Good afternoon, everyone. It is Ted the Speed Learner. It is September 12th, 2010. It is the last day of my vacation. This will make video number 949 on my wonderful list of videos. And as far as I can tell, unless I see otherwise, I seem to have the most amount of videos on a single YouTube channel, which has been quite amazing. Currently I have 233 subscribers. I've had a lot of comments, which is great, and I look forward to more of your comments, whether they be negative or positive. I'll listen to them either way. I did want to apologize to the guy. He wrote to me and he was talking about sim versus dim and how I got it all wrong. You're absolutely right. I did some research on this. I'd like to do a little further research before I make my final presentation, and I will do so at the earliest possible convenience. The only problem is that I'm going back to work tomorrow, and I'm going to be working 5 days straight without a day off, and then after that, I'm going to be taking a very short trip, but I'm going to be taking a very brief trip, and then I'm going to be coming back, and so on and so forth. So time's going to be kind of a little short for me. I do have to do some fall cleaning before wintertime comes in. I have some visitors from out of town coming in soon, and I'd like to get my house a little more in order before they come in, etc., etc. So now I know I've not been formally asked about any of this, but I am going to go ahead and state a couple of opinions. As for this mosque issue, and I've been hearing a lot about it, I will go ahead and put my 2 cents worth. I watched a video not too long ago about a guy who was saying that the Muslims should consider the feelings of the families who lost their loved ones in 9/11. I agree with him 100%. I don't know that much about the Muslim faith because I am indeed a Christian, but I will say that from what I understand, the Muslim faith is somewhat similar, and if that being the truth, and if truly they seem to think about other people's feelings before their own, which is what we Christians are supposed to do, then my question to the Muslims is this. Why would you want to upset these families further than they already have been? Okay, you do what you want. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to get into any big dispute with you. I'm just saying that if your faith is what you say it is, and you consider other people's feelings before your own, then why would you want to upset these families further? If I knew that building a church would upset these people and their families, I wouldn't do it. Out of respect for them. It has nothing to do with anybody else. No, it has nothing to do with religious organizations. It just has to do with these families. They've already been traumatized because they lost their loved ones in 9/11, and now we traumatize them again? I don't think so. But you do what you want. No opposition here. Anyway, as for the Quran burnings, that is not a true representation of Christianity whatsoever. Jesus only one time walked into a temple and messed it all up, but it was a Jewish temple, and Jesus was a Jew. So he was kind of wrecking his own temple, not some strange temple. You didn't see Jesus going into pagan temples on a regular basis and messing them all up. That just didn't happen. And in the same like manner, we shouldn't be burning Qurans. What does that show? Are the Muslims to think of us in the same way as we think of Al-Qaeda or Hezbollah or Fatah or any other of those organizations that are truly terrorists and extremists? We don't want the Muslims to think that way of us. So why are we going around burning the Qurans? So what if some of these Muslims go and burn our flag? That has nothing to do with us. Okay? We have to set the proper example despite whatever they do. They may do things we agree with, they may do things we disagree with, but that's not the point. The point is, we are here to set an example, not to downplay their example. Okay, we're not here to trash them, we're here to show who we are. And we are truly supposed to be peace-loving. So, if you're really wanting to stand out in your religion, put a Star of David on your chest. Put a crucifix around your neck. I guarantee you no Muslim is going to beat the tar out of you in America or just flat out shoot you in America. Now, they may do it in other lands, but they wouldn't do it here in the United States. They wouldn't just go out and shoot you or beat you up just because you have a Star of David on your chest or some crucifix around your neck. They're not going to do that. You're not antagonizing them in any way. Just because you show your faith doesn't mean that you're trashing theirs. They get upset when you trash their faith. They're not going to get upset because you showed yours. That doesn't bother them apparently too much. For some it does, but for some it doesn't. So, but generally speaking, the more moderate Muslim is not going to beat you up or shoot you just because you're giving an outward expression of your own theology. I don't see that in the news all the time where, hey, some Christian was killed by a Muslim because they, you know, I'm not saying that it may happen, I don't know, but I don't see that on a general basis. I don't see that as a particular threat. So people, instead of burning Korans, put the Star of David on your chest, put a crucifix around your neck, and leave it at that. You don't have to go to any extreme. It's that simple. Alright? Carry your Bible with you. I guarantee you no Muslim in the United States, or very few of them as is, would go up to you and beat the tar out of you or shoot you just because you're reading your Bible. That's not going to happen. I don't hear about that on a regular basis in this country, and so I just don't think it's going to happen. Alright? So basically, Quran burning, no. Shame on us for even thinking about something like that, much less trying to do it. That would be, yeah, that's wrong. But anyway, hopefully, by telling you all this stuff, maybe we can get the Muslims to understand that we're not their enemy. We're not going to go out and attack them. We're not going to sit there and trash their faith. I'm not out to trash the Muslim faith. I'm here to talk about my faith, that's all. Some people will like that, some people won't. I don't care either way. So, anyway, that's basically all I've got to say on the subject. And that's basically all I've got to say now, except I will say that I'm kind of stunned. It's wonderful I've got 233 subscribers. That is great. It is also nice that now I seem to have more videos on my channel than any other channel on YouTube. That's great. That's fantastic. I know there are some people that are just starting to catch up on all my videos, and it will take them some time. But at a certain point, I have to sit there and go, wait a minute. You made it all the way through high school and through college, and yet you seem to demonstrate no more than a remedial third grade education. What's up with that? I'm not really angry at people because of it. I'm just a little frustrated about it. And the more videos I seem to put up, the more frustrated I seem to get. That's pretty much a character flaw on my part, and I admit I have character flaws. But it's just like, wait a minute, people. Why? So hopefully, as I continue to post up more videos, we can get this education thing going. We can get people back to work. Let me tell you something. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. I am doing something for my country. I am trying to get these people back to work. I know Obama's been trying to do that for a couple of years now, but I'm just not going to rely on him. I'm going to rely on myself. And if he's trying, that's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me either way. The point is that it doesn't matter whether Obama does this or that or 20 other things. All that matters is what I'm doing right here. And what I'm doing is educating the people, and that's what I intend to continue doing. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. I know I don't seem to have a whole lot of time to do this. This is the last day of my vacation. I'm going to be working 5 days straight. I am going to take a brief trip thereafter. It's just going to be a couple hours out of town. And then after that, I've got to get my house ready for some company that's going to be coming in next month. I need to do some fall cleaning, that kind of thing. So videos are going to kind of come a little slower now, especially after I just built 2 computers and showed you all how to do that. So there you go. That's what's been going on up here. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.